Hi. Um, I've been a little lost for ways to put my words into speech, I guess. Or my thoughts into words. Hi. I've had a little bit of trouble putting my thoughts into words. This has been a problem pretty often, but we'll see how it goes. Showing my face is a little tough for me. I've been not about it. I think what I want to talk about is people making decisions which don't serve them. And I think the truth is that I've just had a really weird day. My head's been kind of empty. I don't really know what to do with that. And I thought that would be a good thing, but it just feels like I don't know. I can't focus on anything. And it's not a new problem either. Today just it's one of those. I don't have the capacity to put my thoughts down in more well-formed. I don't know how. I spend a lot of time alone. I've been alone my whole life. When I was a kid, I played games alone. I had friends that I tried to be around, but I lost a lot of friend groups. And what would end up happening is that I would inevitably spend the majority of my time alone. I have no sisters or brothers. My parents are older than me. And, I don't know. After a while, you stop being able to just say the things you mean, because the way that you form it in your head, it sounds like thoughts sometimes, it sounds like words, but they're not. They're emotions. And when you try to put them out to the world, sometimes the emotion is too raw in a way where that's not really how you want to express it. That's not honest for the moment or how you actually feel interpersonally, but it doesn't matter because you have to express it. So sometimes you get melodrama and people will express things big and bold, and they will just think about their own feelings. And I used to do that a lot. Sometimes I do it still. Sometimes I'll explode. But I try not to anymore. I try to be more measured than that. It doesn't always work, but I try. Or sometimes it's the opposite, and people are really, really subservient, and they don't express anything until it builds and builds and builds, and then there is a breaking, which I have also done. Sometimes you just go through it all if you don't really Sometimes it just happens. Friend groups, organizations that I've been trying to be a part of, relationships. It happens in both ways. And I'm always trying to find a way to be. It's not really, doesn't always happen. Maybe I understand people who see things that offer answers and go for them. People take on strange new religions I find people who are mired in corpo speak and therapy, wellness talk to basically be the same type of person. Or there are people who have like preconceived notions of the world based on the universe they've lived in, and if you don't acquiesce to their view, you are either deemed unworthy or unknowing, when these are either a version of business acumen, one of the worst kinds of evil, truly, or pseudoscience at best. Like, come on, this is like comic books. This is Pulp Fiction. This sort of like, I hate to break it to you, it's all astrology. We're all giving our lives to some new god, whether it be capitalism or the pursuit of self-reliance, or the pursuit of real purpose. I think some of them might be worth more than others, but I tend to trust people whose gods are personal more than whose gods are derived from some small cult. I think people who are able to recognize the metaphor for a type of truth that is unable to be expressed in logic, and in some ways that reveals the divine, I think those people are more well suited to being individuals than people who take those similar ideas but they strip them from appropriated sources from around the world, and they don't really understand them. But maybe that's like me going off in a way that I am unqualified to talk about. What I do know is I want to see people, and I want to see the people that I care about happy. I want to see that happiness reflected amongst them. And I think in small ways you can do for your people things that may not seem like a lot, but truthfully are the deepest expressions of care. And even if I fail at that, I want to try to be better. And I think you should too.